Presented by EA Sports. Today it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Stroud. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Robert Woods, 28 yards. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Minshew and the Colts going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Minshew sets to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep is Tank Dell. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Stroud to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. And on fourth down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston. Back deep for the Colts, Isaiah McKenzie. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That's to the sideline and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. On 1st down, here's Stroud. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. There's And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Here is 3rd down and 4. Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 42. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Back to the ground with Pierce. And he is going to lose yardage here. Nice play by Eric Johnson. Hits the backfield, brings him down for a loss on the play.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. One set, eyes up, one set.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys that would be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Come on. Panther 60, Panther 60.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. And Woods has it complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again is Stroud. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Stroud. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Stroud looking to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Minshew. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Indy. 52 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Andrew Ogletree from 3 yards out. And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And not much there. Maybe a yard up the 24. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Stroud here on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3rd down and 6. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. That's underneath to Pierce. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Man open left side is Brown. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Ready, set.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now they run the option on 2nd down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Swing. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Handoff left side, Pierce. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need...
Oh, no, he lost the football. That ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is, and in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
Stroud off the play fake. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Julian Blackman, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Pierce. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Minshew. Pass complete to Ali Cox. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here comes 2nd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Minshew into space at the 45. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Minshew. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Minshew. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Gay is on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.